What is courtship? Is it really necessary? Why can't we just skip to being in a relationship already? If those are your questions, let's talk about them right now. Hey guys, welcome back. But if you're new here, my name is Gonzalez. I'm 22 years old and I am married. I'm not an expert on love and relationships, but I feel like we can talk about this topic together and hopefully we learn something new today. In order to keep this video short, I split this topic into 2 videos. This is just part 1. Part 2 will be posted next week. And if you want to see that, subscribe if you haven't and click the notification bell if you want to be updated right away. Alright, so let's start. Let's talk about this. What is courtship? Is it really necessary? And why can't we just jump into a relationship right away? Especially if you know that you both like each other already. So this topic is probably for men and women. Maybe both sides can learn something from this. I think I just wanted to talk about one of the biggest reasons why I think people nowadays should go through courtship. According to the dictionary, courtship is a period during which a couple develop a romantic relationship, especially with a view to marriage. And I think that is very important to keep in mind. Behavior designed to persuade someone to marry or develop a romantic relationship with one. In today's terms, courtship is usually the guy trying to pursue the woman and trying to win her love, especially if she doesn't like him back. So what if she does like him back? We'll talk about that later. Now the question is, courtship necessary? Again, I'm not a love expert, but personally I feel like courtship really depends on the 2 people who are involved and the people around the 2 people, which I will talk about next week. Not everyone needs to go through it. However, it is still very beneficial and rewarding. So maybe you think that you don't need to go through it, especially if the girl already likes you back. You guys have been very close and you already know each other very well as friends. So if you already like each other, you feel like you can jump straight to a relationship. But I feel like going through that stage is actually still very beneficial no matter how well you guys know each other. I'm just speaking based on my experience. My husband and I, even if we were best friends for years, we still went through that stage, and I think it's super rewarding right now that we are married. I will talk about that later on. So why can't you just jump into a relationship right away? Just like I said, you could, especially if you feel like your friendship has already won the girl's love and respect. But reason number 1 why I think a lot of people should still go through courtship or understand it even before going through that stage is because it is a stage that brings clarity. Whew, this is a big and important thing because clarity is something you both really need. Not just the woman, but even the man as well. As for the woman, if you don't like this guy yet or you're not even attracted to him yet, it is the time and opportunity for the man to really woo you and show you his efforts and get to know you, and a time for you to see if this guy could be the one or if this guy is really someone who can lead you in a relationship. Even if you already like him even before you go through that stage. Maybe you are only attracted because you are on a friendship level and you've seen this person's greatest qualities and you've gone through things as friends, but you've never actually seen this person in a relationship level or in a mindset towards a relationship. You guys get what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of people have fallen for someone because they're a good person and they're a good friend to you and you like this person's face, so you're physically attracted. But when you enter that stage of courtship, it is really the time for the guy to show himself as a leader of a relationship, and you as the woman are given that choice whether you're going to commit or not. A lot of people have been attracted to someone else, but because they jumped straight to the relationship, they didn't know if they were actually ready to commit that far. So I think it's very important to still go through that stage. You'll be able to take the time and observe, see if you really want to commit to this guy. I feel like if a lot of people went through courtship instead of jumping to a relationship right away, they would really avoid all the hurts and pains that they go through, because once they were in the relationship, they found out that this person was a really good friend, but they weren't ready for that commitment. Another reason why this stage brings clarity is because this stage allows the guy to lay down his intentions. And what I mean is, when a guy asks to pursue you, he should tell you why. And if a guy doesn't know the real reason why he wants to pursue you, then is that something you really want to commit to? If a guy asks to pursue you, you have the right to ask, why do you want to pursue me? Does he want to pursue me just because he knows that I like him back? Does he want to pursue me just because he feels like he wants to, just because he has feelings for me? Does he want to pursue me just because a relationship seems enticing? Or is he pursuing me because he sees further than that, further than what's happening right now? I believe the act of asking a woman if he can pursue her should include a plan. If ever the woman decides to commit to a relationship with this guy, a relationship without a direction is really not gonna end well, because there's no direction. You don't really know where you're going. And for me, I think that if a guy doesn't see marriage with you, if a guy doesn't believe that if you commit a relationship with me, I intend to marry you someday, or I intend to take care of you, I intend to be that partner for you for the rest of your life. I know not everyone wants to like think too far into the future, and that is exactly what courtship is for. Courtship allows you to see if this guy is really serious, or if this girl is actually really serious. Like, it's not always the girl who's serious. Even as the guy, courtship allows you to see if this girl is also ready for a committed relationship. And again, because there is no two-way agreement that we are exclusive and we are going to nurture each other in a relationship, it comes to a point where you guys decide whether to continue it or not. So I think it is really a space to be clear about intentions, to be clear about your future. And because you enter into courtship, you guys kind of get a glimpse of how you would actually be if you were in a relationship, how this guy will lead and how this guy will pursue you even when you are already in the relationship, or even when you are already in marriage. I think that's super important, and I will talk about that next week. So yeah, that's reason number one. I think it's kind of necessary to still go through it, whether the girl likes you back or not, or whether you've been friends for the longest time. If you have any questions, or if you'd like to share anything, you can comment down below. I just want to encourage you guys that if you feel like it's the right thing to do, go for it. If you feel like you don't really need to, it is really your choice. I hope this video explained the part of why it is something that you should really consider going through, especially if you are really serious and really in love with that person. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys learned something new. If you want to see part 2 of this video, it'll be posted next week, and you can subscribe and click the notification bell if you want to see it right away. You can follow me on Instagram if you want to see more about my life, and if you like this video, like it, but if you don't, share it, and maybe it'll help someone else. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!